Good morning. How are you doing today, Jessica?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. So tell me a little bit about what you're wanting to achieve today with your hair.
Okay, so it's been about 2 months since I had my hair done.
Okay.
I would like to have my roots blonde again.
Okay.
And some lowlights just for some dimension.
Lowlights? Ooh, that'll be a lot of fun. That'll be really awesome. So do you want me to go ahead and match your base to what you have already existing, or do you want to change the tone of this too?
I think I want to keep my blonde the same.
Okay. I see a lot of ash, but not too much. I don't see like a silvery color. I see like a little bit of golden in there too. Do you like that?
I actually like it a lot more ashy.
Okay.
So when we tone it, I like to be like closer to white. I don't like yellow.
So we'll probably go ahead and lift your base then and go ahead and tone you afterwards. That way we kind of get your color back from what it was. It was probably 2 months ago, so it's probably a little bit washed out by now. And then I'll go ahead and do your low light after. And I'm thinking tiny little pieces. Are you thinking more chunky? Or are you thinking smaller? How do you feel?
I think it would be nicer if they were thinner.
Okay.
I want it to look a little bit more natural that way, just for some dimension, because I feel like it's very just flat right now.
It's very flat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just add
that'll kind
something in there.
That'll even make your blonde look a little bit brighter too, to have something to layer against.
Some contrast.
So that'll
really
be really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you wear your hair up or down most of the time?
I wear it down.
Down most
Usually
of the time?
parted like this.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Exactly how you see it.
And are you trying to grow it out right now, or are you wanting to refresh your cut also?
I am looking to grow it out, but
Okay.
I would like it trimmed up, yes.
Okay. How about your layers? Do you want me to go ahead and reshape those too, or you want it to grow out a little bit longer?
Maybe a little bit on the layers, mostly length though.
Okay. And then you do have a little bit of a bang up front. Are we growing this too, or did you want to kind of reshape that into everything?
I think I'll keep that. I'm trying to grow
Keep
it out.
it? Okay.
It is.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and mix up some color. Would you like a bottle of water or anything while you wait? We have coffee too.
Water would be great.
Water? Okay, I'll be right back. So Jessica's a natural level 7, and I don't want to lift her too high, so I'm going to go ahead and use flash lift with a 20 volume. Maybe let it sit on about 20 minutes or so. I'm going to watch it and make sure it processes evenly. But I decided to use 20 volume because I don't want it to lift too high too fast. We want to kind of ease her into that, so that way she doesn't have too much warmth exposed. We are going to tone her cooler afterwards, but I still don't want all that warmth in there, because then we're going to have to fight against it, and I'd rather just work with the hair than fight it. So I'll do 1 ounce of brush lift, and then 1 ounce of volume. Okay. So do you have any summer plans? Everybody's going to the beach and doing stuff by the water.
Yeah, I've been going to the beach. We just went to Clearwater this weekend. It was fun.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was hard to find a parking spot. But
I bet it was so busy. Holiday weekend.
Yeah.
Stuck it out.
yeah.
How long did you guys stay the night, or just the day?
No, we just went for the day. My brother lives there, so he met us up.
Oh, so fun. Last time I went to Clearwater, I saw my brother too, so that's fun.
That's funny. Yeah, it was actually raining for a while, like while we were driving around, and we were just hoping it would stop, and it did, like right when we got there.
Oh, that's
so
perfect.
it was kind of funny. Yeah. I am thinking about extensions again. I think that'll help me like not touch it so much.
Extensions are so fun. I'm actually doing some tomorrow evening, so I can take pictures. I'll post them on Facebook. You're more than welcome to. So I'm just going through right now, taking small diagonal sections and making sure I saturate from the root all the way to the line of her blonde. I don't want to oversaturate, and I don't want to overlap that blonde either, so I'm being very careful to stay away from her previously lightened hair. And it is lightener, so you do want to work kind of fast. I used a low volume, but I don't want to leave it on there for too long, so. Have you tried, actually, I don't know if you know about this one, Redken has a toning conditioner that actually has a little dial at the top for how many like days or weeks out you are from your hair appointment.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
It's really cool.
I'll check that out.
I'll show you close after we're finished.
Okay.
And she's got really fine hair, but she's got a lot of it. So I'm really being careful with taking tiny, thin sections to make sure everything's saturated, but still not overlapping.
I didn't get it either. You didn't like it. Like that tissue.
You're already looking beautifully.
It's great.
How's your scalp feeling?
Feels fine.
Good.
Spin it in a different way.
Good, good. Let me know if anything changes.
Alright, thank you.
Clarifying and make sure you
Okay, so we toned her with 2 ounces of clear, 3/4 of an ounce of 9V, and then 1/4 ounce of 9P. We let that sit for about 20 minutes. We shampooed and conditioned her out. I'm gonna do like a quick rough dry right now before I put her lowlights in, and I am gonna use a little bit of this Blonde Idol spray just to kind of fill in a little bit of the gaps in there. Good. Do that through. Right.
It's fine.
Oh, really? No, they're way
I'm
up.
just gonna rough dry it a little bit, and then I'll smooth it right at the end.
We got 3 dogs.
It feels amazing too after that toner.
I wanted to. The place I give my dogs is so
So we got her to a nice icy color. Her base is done, her toner's done. We put a nice deep conditioning treatment on there, so it feels amazing. I'm gonna go through now. I'm gonna use Chromatics for her low light. It's oil and cream, so it's gonna give a little bit of a buffer and sit nicely on top of this blonde. I don't want to use anything too harsh. I want her to still be soft and shiny afterwards, so Chromatics is like the way to go. We decided on a little bit of 8AZ. We want to keep it really, really cool and ashy, and I'm gonna add in probably like a 1/4 ounce of the 6N just for depth, and I'm gonna use a 10 volume so we don't lift her at all. We're just depositing right now.
Horizon puts us like on the annual one. The Italian hotels, like,
I'm gonna do everything at a slight diagonal, and I'm gonna weave most of this just so she has dimension without lines at her base. I don't want her to have any kind of like lines of demarcation. I want everything to blend and be very soft. And I always start about like a 1/4 of an inch away from the scalp when I do this. That way I can go back and feather up and we're not leaking anything onto her base.
we're gonna be opening an ice cream store in here. Down by the Mexican restaurant. Oh, really? Oh, that's cool. Ice cream parlor. Okay, see, I don't know. That's why
And I want that dimension in there. So I'm only going about a 1/4 of an inch away from my last coil before I put my next one. But I'm weaving everything again, so it's going to be nice and smooth. And she does put her hair up in these cute little braided mohawks. So as I go through the middle, I want to make sure that I have enough sectioned on each side so that way it falls evenly after she styles her hair at home. That's going to be really important to her too. We don't want uneven color, more on one side, less on the other side. We want everything nice and even. So as I move through the round of her head, I'm making sure everything's going to fall the way that we want it to.
What time of night do you do it for? She rolls around in the crib.
No, I make this up.
Yeah, I sure do. He gave me that little face when I started taking the car to the Navy store, and I'm like, this is boo, she can only do it. It's a boo-boo face. And
She curls her bottom lip on her.
she puts her top lip over her bottom teeth. If that don't work, water works.
Big deal. Yeah, big deal. Oh, wow. Oh, the better Sarah. I like
she wears her hair down most of the time, so I'm doing diagonal forwards, that way everything swings forward. And I took the ones on top just below her occipital, so that way she's got a bunch in the back too to kind of cover the back. And then these will like swoop forward, so it'll be like nice and graceful, and everything will blend nice. And the ones on the sides, I'm going to space out probably a ½ an inch away from each other. She's got less hair on the sides of her head than she does on the top, so just for even distribution, I don't want her to be like super dimensional on the sides and not as dimensional on top, because I want them right. So I finished her foil. We did a slight diagonal across her mohawk section, and then her two sides have diagonal forwards. That way all that color swings forward. If you take a look, we've got nice clean sections, nice clean foils. Super, super important when you're working with someone so blonde. You don't want any kind of bleed marks, any kind of leakage, anything like that to happen. Another reason we feathered at the root, so nothing leaks out of her foils, so everything's gonna be nice and crisp. We'll let this process for about 30 minutes, and then we'll get her all shampooed out and bring her back for the final step. So we've got her all rinsed out. She's looking super cool and ashy right now. We're so excited. That's just a little bit of heat protectant for the curling part. And we talked about beachy waves, right? Nice big. Okay, so we've got her all curled. I have not run my fingers through it yet. I'm letting them cool. Just some big, nice, beachy, loose curls for her. You can see that dimension through there too. See that nice cool tone we've got going on? Just a little something to break her up without making her too dark. She really, really enjoys her blonde hair, so this is like the perfect little kiss of a luminescence on top of what she already has going on. That's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna throw a little bit of fashion waves in there and a little bit of wind blown on top, and then she is good to go.
I feel like it.
And this will just add a little bit of texture too.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. This is perfect. I love it. Go ahead and do like a little shake. So pretty. So for her base, I pre-lightened her. We did flash lift with a 20 volume. Let that sit for maybe 20 minutes. We went ahead and rinsed her out. And then we toned her. I did 2 ounces of clear with 3/4 of an ounce 9V and then 1/4 ounce of 9P with processing solution. I diluted it with clear, that way we could let it sit for the full 20 minutes because we want it to last. We need longevity out of this. So that gave her that nice cool blonde tone. Then I went ahead and rough dried her, and I applied her low light color. We used chromatics for that. I used an 8 AV, about 3/4 of an 8 AV, and then probably 1/4 of 6N, just for a little bit of depth to fill in those holes that we had there. And then we let that sit for about 30 minutes, shampooed that out, and then we did an all soft deep conditioning treatment. We let that sit for probably about 10 minutes, rinsed that out, and then we got her nice and dry and curled, and she is absolutely finished and fabulous and ready to conquer the rest of her day.